If you love Baltimore sports, you'll love WNST.net.
It's all yours. Thank you very much here at Hooters. This is Scott Zolotorow, the host of In the Clutch on WNSTsports.com. I'm going to talk about, get right to it, right to the Baltimore Orioles. Listen, folks, the trade deadline is in 5 days. The trade deadline is in 5 days. We've seen the Yankees make a huge move, and we've seen the Dodgers make a huge move. The Dodgers are a team who are very similar to the Orioles, except in the National League. And the Dodgers did it right. They went and got a big bat. For the Orioles, though, they need to get a big arm. I completely disagree with anybody who says that this is not the team that the Orioles need, or that this is not the year for the Orioles to be fighting for the playoffs, because, again, it's been this long since the Orioles have made the playoffs. I remember I was at the last home game in '97 against the Cleveland Indians. I was 6. I'm 21 years old right now, and I'm telling you right now, if the Orioles think that they have a chance to make the playoffs this year, which I think they do, they're still within 2-3 games of the wild card. And, you know, this next huge stretch of 9 games against Oakland, Tampa, and the Yankees really is going to see what we're doing. So in the middle of that stretch, you've got to go out and get an arm. And I've said it before, and I will say it again. Zach Greinke, Ryan Dempster, one of these guys need to be on the Orioles, and we got to do it, and we got to do it soon. Cole Hamels is officially off the market after the Phillies gave him that huge $144 million 6-year deal. And so there's no Cole Hamels. The Orioles need to go, they're going to go for Greinke, got to go strong. A lot of people disagree with me with this one. I say Manny Machado is a great player. I would not give up Dylan Bundy right now. But Manny Machado, we have J.J. Hardy, who is struggling, I understand, but still a great fielding shortstop and a pretty good hitting shortstop. Manny Machado is a high school player, really not having as proven of a career in the minors, only hitting .265 at Frederick. I want to see the Orioles give up Machado to get Zach Greinke, and because this is the year. And with Chen and Hamill and Greinke, those 3 guys pitching the first 3 games of the series in the playoffs, the Orioles can actually win the series in the playoffs. And the lineup has enough power, 3rd most home runs in baseball, and the bullpen is incredible. The pieces are actually there, whether people realize it or not. The pieces are actually there. The Orioles need to make that move, and they need to get a starting pitcher like Zach Greinke or Ryan Dempster. Ryan Dempster you could probably give up for less than Machado, maybe even L.J. Hose, somebody else down there in the farm system. But again, Dempster, even though he's 36 years old, a guy who can pitch in the playoffs, and the Orioles need that more than anything else. And I am completely against bringing Dylan Bundy up this season. If you bring up Dylan Bundy this season and he has a bad season and he has a bad postseason, if to make the postseason, then that's it for him. It's a psychic kind of thing. Strasburg, we don't want to see what's happening with Strasburg. He's already had surgery since he's been in the majors, and he can only pitch about 6 innings. I want Bundy to go 8 innings and, you know, pitch just as well as anybody else in the majors. And I think the Orioles, if they're going to do something in this playoff season, it's not Bundy's turn. Let him go through spring training next year and then bring him up in May or maybe even later in August. But Dylan Bundy is going to be a star. Machado is the guy that I would give up. I know a lot of people disagree with me, but that's just the way I think it is. And I think if Orioles fans want to see their team make the playoffs, they have to fight for it right now, because this is the best team the Orioles have had in a long, long time, and they have a fighting chance to do it. So that's what I think. I think the Orioles really need to get it done. I'll say one more thing. They've done a few things. I understand Quintanilla only because the Andino injury and the Brian Roberts injury. And there's a few other guys that are on the market. Carl Crawford, left fielder for the Red Sox, and also Hunter Pence. Hunter Pence, the Phillies are getting ready to shop around Hunter Pence. The Orioles should not sit back idly if Hunter Pence is out there, because a left fielder would put this outfield at the best outfield in baseball. Hunter Pence in left, Jones in center, and Markakis in right. I really think this team has a fighting chance if you get a left fielder. I mean, Chris Davis, I give the guy so much credit. He has stepped up in any spot that he has been asked to step up. DH, first base, right field, Markakis went down, and now left field. The guy is not a great fielder, but he's a big bat who, yes, strikes out a lot, so there's a lot of big power hitters in Major League Baseball. Give him a chance. Keep him. He's not the kind of guy you want in left field, though. I think Mark Reynolds takes a seat on the bench. Chris Davis goes back to first base where he belongs, and the Orioles do a really good job, and they can make the playoffs. Go get Zach Greinke. Thank you. This is Scott Zolotorow of WNST Sports and WNST.net. Good job.
If you love Baltimore sports, You'll love WNST.net.